Hey, so what I wish I knew before I got my first 10 bookkeeping and accounting clients. Now, the way that you start your business dramatically impacts your ability to either succeed or fail. Now, before I started my bookkeeping business, I spent years trying different just different online marketing methods. Like I tried Amazon FBA, I tried eBay dropshipping, I tried flipping websites. I started doing social media marketing, just really anything I could to try and get like rich online. Because that was my thing. It's like, I really wanted to leave my job and be able to like control my time and control my life. So I wanted to try like all these online like business models and business side hustles that I found. And every single one either took way too long, had really tiny profit margins, or just straight up just didn't work. Then I found bookkeeping, right? And in about 15 months, I built up to about $16,000 per month in sales for like the bookkeeping services with none of the headaches that the other business models gave me. And today I'm going to break down exactly what I wish I knew before I started so that you can really skip a lot of the mistakes and make money faster. Now, when I first started, I was focused on everything except what actually brings in money. That is getting clients. Now, what that looked like was I would be like spending like weeks designing like my website. I would try to get like certified with like QuickBooks. I was making like a business plan. But at the end of the day, none of that stuff really like bought me clients. It really was just busy work at the end of the day. And it took me about 6 months to realize that all I really needed was a way to connect with business owners and then offer them value. And then the website, like the branding, like a fancy like email address, none of that really mattered until I actually had clients. Now, one thing that I like to think about is like, when I was in college, I used to spend like 2 to 3 hours a day in the gym, and like that might sound like a lot, and it was just like, I was like going through the motions. I had seen different like YouTube videos. I had seen some stuff like on like different like fitness books I read, like Pumping Iron with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I had like just different like books with all these different like workout plans, and I was just trying to like do stuff and like I was kind of making some progress, kind of not. And at that stage I was still like growing, right? So like it was really easy to kind of like build muscle and stuff, but I was able to build up my arms, my legs, and my shoulders, but my stomach was never really going down, right? And what happened was I ran into this guy who's actually a trainer, and we started working together. And the first thing we switched was my workouts ended up being like a little bit under 1 hour long. It was like about an hour and 30 minutes, right? Usually very, very short was the main thing. And I lost 30 pounds in about 15 weeks. So that means that is about 3.48 months to lose 30 pounds. That is crazy. So I'd spent years doing 2 to 3 hours a day in the gym to not really make very much progress. And then within about 3.5 months, I had lost 30 pounds. I made more progress than ever before, and I was spending 2 to 3 times less in the gym. With my trainer's guidance, I was like focused on the right workouts, eating correctly, and the weight seemed to fall off. And I actually lost too much weight, which, is actually a story for a different day. But what this actually translates to inside of my business was when I started, I thought the success meant like grinding for like 12 hours a day. And, I had heard people like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, like they were saying like, oh, like Elon Musk was like, I spent 160 hours a week working. And I was like, I was kind of panicking when I heard that. I was like, I'm obviously not working hard enough, and like, there's no way I can work that many hours. And I was like, why? I was like, what are they working on for that many hours? Like, I just physically could not think of what to work on because I didn't have anything to work on. I didn't have any clients. I didn't really have a business, right? So it's like, I couldn't work 100 hours a week, but I was beating myself up about that because I was like, I need to work longer. I need to work harder. If I'm going to be like them, I have to like work exactly like they do. But the truth is, working longer hours does not mean more money. Working smarter does, right? So think about it. If you spend 3 hours a day on things that actually get you clients, like outreach, consultation calls, social media, you'll grow way faster than someone that's working 10 hours a day on things that don't really matter, like tweaking their logo, learning random software, researching random things online, right? So the key is to work on the right things, not just work hard for the sake of it, right? Now, building on that last point, in terms of what I should have been working on was sales first, everything else later. So I had what I learned later was called imposter syndrome. Now, that means I was very afraid that people would think that I was new to business and they would either call me out or just not want to work with me, right? And it caused me to spend like countless hours like doing things behind the scenes that no one really saw. So that'd be like endless like editing in my blog post. That was going to I literally would go to the grocery store for 2 hours every single day. And the thing that changed it for me was when I was going to the gym, and I ran into this guy that I knew from like a local networking event. His name was Chaz. He walked up to me and he was asking me things. How are things going, Bryce? And like, to be honest, I was a little embarrassed. And I was like, things are going slow. No one's gonna want to work with me because I just don't have that much experience. And he was like, I haven't run into that problem yet. People just seem happy that I'm there offering help. And I was actually so confused because I was confused. And I was actually a little angry too, if I'm being honest. This dude was an immature goofball, dude. His branding was super kludgy, and he always wore these weird green sunglasses. They were light green, blue fluorescent color shades, and he would wear them everywhere, like inside, even when talking to business owners. It was just like, bro, this guy like either playing a character, like what's going on with this guy? And I was like, thinking in my mind, I was like, if this knucklehead McSpastron could get clients, why couldn't I? And that really shifted things for me. Like, the biggest shift in my business was when I stopped focusing on looking professional and started focusing on talking to business owners, just putting myself out there. So here's what I did instead of wasting time on like building websites and branding. I optimized my LinkedIn profile to attract leads. Number 2, I reached out to about 10 to 20 business owners every single day with a very simple message sequence. And then number 3, I focused on booking calls, not just networking for the sake of it, right? And if you're spending hours tweaking your website, I would just stop. Just focus on talking to real people instead. Whether that's in person or online, it doesn't really matter. It's just the more business owners that know you exist, the more that you're gonna make, right? Because here's the next thing. The second lesson is relationships matter more than talent. So almost every one of my best referral partners have come from people I met at random social events. Now, for example, my insurance lady, her name is Leanne, right? And I actually met her at a salsa class. And she ended up referring me 3 clients. It helped me get a unique type of insurance that I didn't even know existed. Now, the interesting thing is that when it comes to your business, again, it's more about meeting people. It's really about who you know. It's not always about what you know. You might have heard that people say that in the corporate setting where it's see, you're only gonna get good. It's not what you know, it's who you know. But when we start a business, we totally forget that concept, right? But what that means is that it's not always about how good you are. If you just can connect with someone that already has access to a lot of clients, there's already 10 steps ahead of you, and they just want to pull you up faster, then it makes it so much easier. So if you can get referral partners and learn how to really create relationships with people that have access to leads, they can send you clients very quickly. Most people think you need to be the best bookkeeper to land clients, and that's just simply not true. Some of the biggest firms around do not have the best bookkeepers. They just have the best connections, right? One of my students, her name is Sarah, she actually had 0 accounting background, but got to $12K per month in 5 months of her business because she focused on building relationships with business owners instead of stressing about being perfect at bookkeeping. She did not have any background in accounting, right? But she can still get to $12K per month. So what that shows is that it's not there's people that have 40 years experience that never get a single client, right? Now, if you don't know anyone inside of your industry yet, here's how you can start expanding. Number 1, connect with local business owners on LinkedIn, okay? This is going to allow you to start expanding that network and have the referrals start coming to you. Next, number 2, attend small networking events or even host your own coffee meetup, right? At a local coffee place where business owners will be invited to and really connect to it. Next, focus on helping people first. The clients are going to come, so you can help people out who are in adjacent referral partners by just helping them do little things or helping them set up their business. Just be as helpful as possible to people that can potentially help you, and that's going to make a world of difference for you and your business. Awesome. So those are the different lessons that I wish I knew before I started my business and before I got my first 10 accounting and bookkeeping clients. Now, if you don't want to spend months figuring this out on your own, I can actually help you fast track the process. I've helped bookkeepers go from 0 to 10K per month by focusing on what actually matters. Now, if you want to see if we can help you inside of our mentorship program and if we're a good fit to help you, click the link down below to book a call, see if I can help you. Now, we're going to walk through your business. We'll see exactly where you're at. We're going to see what is the fastest way to get your results. And if you're, if you're a good fit, I'm going to say this is the pricing structure for the program. This is the duration of time. This is what it'll look like for us to work together. And also, if you're not quite ready to click that link inside the description, maybe it's the first time you ever see me, that's totally fine. Just make sure to subscribe for more videos on how to grow your bookkeeping business, and you'll start seeing me more often inside the YouTube feed, okay? Hopefully you enjoy this video. I'll talk to you soon. My name has been Bryce Tubbs, and I'll talk to you later. Have a good one.